Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's SolidWorks QuickStart electrical session. I'm joined by my colleague, Warren Asia, and I'm AJ Thaver, and electrical consultant for MECAD Technologies. Today, we'll be guiding you through the SolidWorks electrical QuickStart session. Let's take a moment to be honest about this. Electrical designs can be messy, drawings become difficult to follow, information gets disconnected, and small mistakes quickly turn into big problems. We've all seen it, where panels don't match their drawings, rework eats up into deadlines, and the panels that generally start out clean end up in a disaster. Right now, we're all under pressure, tight deadlines, rising material costs, and very little time to waste. Yet many teams still do a lot of their work manually. That's counting terminals by hand, drawing their lines manually. And this isn't designing, it's just creating more work for you and creating more admin. And I guess we all know it right now that admin creates rework, admin creates mistakes. When design turns into admin, it becomes frustrating because of the mistakes being expensive. It creates delays, stressed out teams, and missed delivery dates. So this is exactly why we're here today. This session of SolidWorks Electrical's QuickStart is practical, hands-on, and focused purely on the design work. The goal is simple: to show you how to go from a blank project to electrical documentation, structured and proven way. If you're a panel builder, this is about producing designs your workshop can trust. If you're an OEM, it's about creating repeatable standards so every electrical project starts on the right foot. It's about working faster, reducing errors, and designing with confidence. Over the next hour, we'll talk through workflows that remove manual efforts, improve consistency, and helps you deliver reliable electrical documentation with a fast approach and less stress. Before we continue, let me ask you a quick question. What is your biggest time sink right now? That doesn't surprise me at all. These all seem like the same challenges we face every day. And the good news is, all of them can be reduced, or maybe even completely removed with the right workflow. Let's start with something simple. Think about how much of time we've lost searching for symbols, copying and pasting information from older projects. This happens all the time. And while it may seem quick in the moment, it's also very risky. One outdated symbol, one outdated part number, or an incorrect digit in a part number can turn that shortcut into reworking hours over time. Often the pressure is already high by the time we notice that there's a lot of rework that needs to go into it. SolidWorks Electrical's QuickStart handled this differently with smart libraries. With their smart libraries, components come first. The parts you see every day is already prepared for you. You place them and you move on. Each component already knows how to behave in the design, which moves to the larger portion of your manual work right away. No checking terminals or cross-referencing data sheets or worrying about standards. The system takes care of it automatically. Templates and standards. Every project starts the same way. Layouts, numbering, drawing formats, consistent by default. No fixing drawings later, no last minute formatting, no tweaks, no variations, no in-between projects. Every schematic, whether PLC diagram or motor control panel, begins clean and reliable. Creating reports have become so much easier with the pre-built libraries that consist of these reports. Bill of materials, cable schedules, drawing list, everything connected to the design and updates automatically as you work. No extra efforts required and no risk of the workshop receiving outdated information. And once these are placed in place, with the QuickStart, they already have macros set up to take things further. Macros automate your repetitive tasks you do every day, letting you know that you can complete your work with a few steps and less manual input. It's like having a little built-in assistant handling the busy work so you can focus on the real design decisions, not administration ahead. When you put all this together, you're not just starting from zero, you're starting every project with a strong foundation that's almost 60% complete for you. Projects move faster, makes mistakes fewer, and design with confidence from your very first click. Before we move on, I'm going to quickly move over to the next poll. Have you ever had a project delayed by manual ordering errors? You're definitely not alone. Let me show you how you can take the pressure off the team. This is where many teams lose most of their time, often not even realizing it. Traditionally, once the schematic is finalized, there's a separate department that would prepare your reports, bill of materials, cable schedules, terminal information, often created manually or managed by an outside department. And this is where problems appear. Small gaps in information leading to questions, delays in rework. Procurement waits, productions paused. And everyone stands around waiting for work to be confirmed. With a single action, the software scans the entire project. Every component, every connection, every terminal automatically generates a required report directly from the design. No double checking work, no separate process, no last minute fixes. The report stays linked to the schematic and its design change. The output updates automatically and the procurement receives a clean structured list in the format they require. Accurate, complete, and ready to use. This is where real value is shown. When the design is driven by the output, everything downstream stays aligned. Fewer questions, fewer changes, and far less work on the workshop floor. This isn't about saving time, although it easily saves days on the project. It's about reducing risk, protecting the delivery date, and giving everyone confidence in the data that is processed. Your design becomes the single source of truth, and that's how modern electrical designs should work. At this point, some of you might be thinking, this looks great. I really don't have the time to set all of this up. And that should be far from your concern. Most systems do take time to configure, but here's the key point today. You don't have to set all of this up. Everything's already done for you. The easiest way to understand is the 3 simple steps that are already built into the system. The roadmap designed to get you from a blank document to production-ready drawings quickly and reliably. Step 1, automate your process using your most used components. When placing components, SOLIDWORKS Electrical is not just dragging and dropping a picture on the page. You're using intelligent electrical elements that already understand its electrical behavior, its connections, and its standards that flow. For example, if you're wiring a starter or a PLC module, the system already knows the correct terminals, the wire connections, their part references, and this means that there's fewer errors, less rework in the process, and the schematics are correct as soon as you place them. This step lets alone saves hours, but every week because your team doesn't have to double check connections, search for symbols, or worry about outdated part numbers. Everything behaves correctly from the moment the project starts. Step 2, standardized templates. Templates are often hidden in TimeSync in electrical designs. Every project requires the title blocks, drawing formats, and numbering styles. And if these aren't standardized, small mistakes can happen. With SolidWorks Electrical's QuickStart, all of these come pre-configured. Whether you're working with an A3 or an A4 title block, every project begins clean, consistent, and ready to be built on. This isn't about looking for a neat page. It's about reducing the error and ensuring that when your drawing goes to the workshop, your team can trust it immediately. No confusion, and no last-minute fixes. Step 3, one source of truth. Finally, let's talk about the bill of materials, cable schedule, drawing lists, and all your other reportings. In most systems, generating these take time, and inconsistencies can creep in from multiple people updating multiple things at the same time. With SolidWorks Electrical's QuickStart, reports come in from a single connected source, automatically reflecting the latest design change. The system ensures that your workshop gets accurate, ready-to-use documentation the first time, leaving questions out of the way. Think about the time you saved across multiple projects. Less manual errors, fewer handovers, and more confidence in the final deliverables. The result? By following these 3 steps, automating components, standardizing templates, and centralizing your reports, your team works faster, more consistent, with fewer mistakes. Ultimately, this means more time for real design work, more accurate schematics, and drawings that are production ready from day one. And the best part is, everything is already set up for you. So you can focus on solving engineering challenges or fighting instead of fighting repetitive tasks. One last poll question before we finish off. If you save 5 hours a week through automating your designs, what would you do with this time? Those answers say a lot. Everyone wants the same thing, and that's exactly what we've been building towards today. What we've looked at today is how to remove admin from from slowing down engineers and getting back to the real world of engineering. Instead of manual workflows and disconnected information, you can work with consistent standards, automated outputs, and design-driven process. The result is clear that everything that we do should be automated for better information to procurement and manufacturing and less rework downstream. This is about to change how you engineer. It's about supporting the way you already work, just faster, smarter, and with more confidence. With that being said, are there any questions?
Thank you, AJ, for today's session. Um, it is it was a very valuable session, and we appreciate the time and effort that you put into this, and for everyone that attended. It is great knowing that there is so much that can be standardized and automated through having links and references in between. Thank you, Jared, for enabling my camera. Now everyone can see what I look like as well. So I appreciate the session, and we thank you for the time and effort in here. For everyone else, please reach out to us if there's any more information that you require. Speak to the relevant BDEs or to us if there is something that you want us to do. Yes, the enhancement and saving that we can do and optimization that we can do with just following the standard practices and references and linking of the components relative to the wiring diagrams, relative to the reporting, relative to the bill of material, makes that electrical is something that has huge benefits in the automation realm, especially in the macro department as well. So AJ, thank you very much for a great session. Is there anyone else with a question? Rika's posted a question, AJ, so I will ask the question for you, and you're welcome to answer, just so that everyone knows. Where does the QuickStart live? Is it implemented on a server or on the user's PC?
It can be implemented onto the server.
Correct. So you can standardize it right throughout your organization. It all depends on where you want your database to be hosted. Any other questions?
Sorry, Andrew, just to jump in there again. Can this be fully integrated with your PDM system?
Yes, that is the next avenue that we will explore in a follow-up session to this. But the idea is that this must live in the PDM environment as well. Carl just posted, what license do you require to run this QuickStart? Carl, I believe it is the electrical schematic. AJ, you can just confirm for us.
It is the electrical schematic standard package.
Yes. Tatu asked, is there a way of going from an electrical drawing to a general assembly to a GA?
Yes.
Tatu, I'm just going to ask you to refer, is that general assembly the mechanical one or the electrical one? Because if you want to go to the mechanical general assembly, you have to have electrical 3D. However, like AJ answered, if it is the general assembly and the cabinet layout of the specific electrical layout, the general assembly for that, then definitely you can, there's a link in between them. Okay. If anyone has any more questions, please reach out to us. We are more than willing to help and answer those questions for you. Thank you, AJ. Once again, much appreciated. Well done.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.